Is change today different than it was 30 years ago? Well, it sure is. And your view of change most likely depends on your age. Now, I and many others in Generation X grew up in a time of industrial stability that was kind of unprecedented. Now, we assumed that it would last forever, and it didn't. And if you weren't there, here's what you missed. From the end of World War II up until the proliferation of desktop computers in the early 1980s, workplaces rarely changed at all. You could actually leave an organization in 1948, come back 30 years later, and what would you find? You'd find the same people doing mostly the same jobs and even using the same equipment. Now, since then, we have had computers, the internet, cell phones, smartphones, social media, and now AI. Each one of these things has totally and completely changed the way we work, when we work, how we work, and even how much we get paid. So some people my age live in a legacy economy. Other people that I know have worked in industries that were totally disrupted. And then you have the younger generation who have watched their opportunities shrink while the pace of change keeps accelerating, one disruption after another. So where am I going with this? Well, all of these groups have one thing in common, even though their view of change is a little different. The one thing they have in common is fear. For them, workplace change feels like a threat to their survival. And sometimes it is. So that's why change requires people leaders like us to take a critical role. The worst thing you can do, other than lie, is to start backing away and not talking to employees about what they're seeing in front of them. Change demands that we lean into human connection, not pull away. Now, here's the thing. You don't need to have all the answers, and I know sometimes even if you do have some of the answers, you can't always communicate them. But if your team knows that you're honest and you're present with them, and also that you try to genuinely understand their concerns, they are far more likely to walk with you during change than be against you.